off. Um, we have two practices today. So we will be doing our wild writing, that freestyle journaling technique that I know many of you like. And then we'll be moving into some guided prompts for the theme this month, which is around setting boundaries. And so it's a topic that I coach a lot around. It's something that is constantly a work in practice. And I know many of you might like the chance to just think about your own boundaries as we go into this new month. So thank you for sharing some more intentions there, Caroline. Intentions are to get your head down and write your book. Oh, that's so exciting. And not lose your love of writing in the process. I've just started this. I don't know if you've come across this, the Artist's Way. And that's all about sort of connecting back to your creativity and not losing the love of it. Really inspiring. Sophie, you're also new, welcome, and you'd like to commit to this practice to focus on your well-being and take some time for yourself. And Joe, never journaled and hoping to start. Well, shall we do that then? Shall we get started? Just a brief note on how we'll be here. Cameras on, cameras off, pets, pajamas, everything goes here in this space. So there's no wrong way to do this. There is only right. So I love that quote. So I will invite you to share some reflections in the chat on your journaling, and that's never inviting you to share any content necessarily. Please keep that confidential. It's just more your own reflections on your practice as we go through the different techniques. So just show up with compassion. We're all at different stages here. Some of us have been journaling for a long time. Some people, as we've heard here today, are brand new to journaling, and how lovely it is to be trying something new on this sunny Monday morning. So just look after yourself in this space. I will offer prompts and space as guidance, but you never feel like you have to write the prompt if something doesn't come to you or if it feels a bit awkward or strange. You look after yourself in this space. So we are going to start with the wild writing. As I said, a freestyle writing technique, no rules, no guidance. And actually, as I am reading The Artist's Way at the moment, wild writing is very similar to what Julia Cameron talks about as her morning pages, her famous sort of morning pages, which is a tool that she introduced in this book. And I just wanted to read what she says about the morning pages, because I think it's really helpful when we're thinking about the wild writing as well, because I can know sometimes we can get a bit fearful of the blank page. We might get a bit self-conscious or not sure what to write. So I just wanted to read what she says here. So she says, what are the morning pages? Put simply, the morning pages are 3 pages of longhand writing, a strictly stream of consciousness. Oh God, another morning. I have nothing to say. I need to wash the curtains. Did I get my laundry yesterday? Blah, blah, blah. They might also be called a brain drain, since that is one of their main functions. There is no wrong way to do the morning pages. These daily morning meanderings are not meant to be art. They're not meant to even be writing. I stress that point to reassure the non-writers. Writing is simply one of the tools. Pages are meant to be simply the act of moving the hand across the page and writing down whatever comes to mind. Nothing is too petty, too silly, too stupid, or too weird to be included. And I thought that was really lovely to start with that today as there's lots of new people here today, and sometimes it can feel a little bit daunting. But we are going to do it here now for 5 minutes. So get yourself comfortable and just take a breath, take a pause. And maybe the words come really quickly and easily, or maybe you just need to give yourself a minute to think. and reflect. So, however you want to use this 5 minutes, that's up to you. I'd like you to think about just writing exactly what Julia Cameron says. Anything goes here. And I'll see you in 5 minutes. And that's our 5 minutes. That seemed to go very quickly this morning. How did you find that? That come easily? Did the words flow this morning? Maybe you've created a big to-do list for yourself. Feel free to share any reflections you have. When you look at your writing, is there anything that particularly stands out for you? Maybe any repetition? Any places where the pen lingered? Hmm. Steve, and that's okay. that big to-do list is obviously what you needed this morning and was at that front of your mind. As Julia said, there's no wrong way. It's whatever you needed in this moment. And um, it doesn't have to be creative, whatever that means to you. Sophie, thanks for sharing. You're really tempted to write a to-do list, but you try to just write thoughts. Great. And maybe thinking about how has that shifted anything for you? Has that shifted anything for you? Maybe it hasn't. And Tanya, um, yours was a list too, of things you're worried about and anticipating for the week ahead. Yeah, can sometimes help it, can't it, to bring it sort of out of the dark, out of the subconscious and see that on the page. That can feel more in control, can feel like we're facing it a little bit more. And we might want to then think about, okay, so what does that mean now? What do I want to do about that? Christine, thank you for sharing. Seeking clarity and hopefully to feel inspired again. A lot going on at work, so this has helped you to see the need to prioritize and recognize the need to prioritize your health alongside. Yes. See, and this is where journaling's brilliant because it helps us see things. When people talk about journaling for finding clarity, this is where they start. They can start to see things because when things are whirring in our mind, sometimes we don't know what's really happening there. We can't really see the wood for the trees. It's very abstract. And Claire, a positive idea popped onto the paper that you had. Oh, that's fantastic. I love that. And that again is the beauty of journaling. We just don't know what's going to come up. Magda was like a release of the big muddle, and now you have a bit more clarity. That sounds really peaceful. And Steve, clarified priority for you. It's a good exercise to plan your day. Fantastic. Thank you. So, clearing the way, finding ideas, seeing what we didn't see, acknowledging what we didn't know was there. I love this, Emma. I'm returning to work tomorrow following a long absence following surgery. I only just realised how anxious you are. You can see now why journaling was recommended by a neurosurgeon. Mm. Super powerful, isn't it? It's such a simple tool, yet so powerful. Let's move on quickly for our journaling prompts around boundary setting today. Sounds like some of you might enjoy thinking about this for the week ahead. So prompts are just another way of journaling, just help you provide different perspectives, delve a bit deeper into a subject, think about things that you maybe wouldn't have thought about before if you were simply left with the blank page. So again, same applies here. No right or wrong. Feel free to write whatever comes up for you. And if you want to spend a little bit longer on the prompts, we are going to move quite quickly. I'll share these afterwards so you can revisit them. But if you want to just stay journaling with one prompt for the whole time, please do that as well. So I'll pop up a new prompt and we'll have about a minute on each, just or maybe 90 seconds. So it is quite quickly. But if you want to stay with this prompt for a long time, then feel free to do that. So starting here, first of all, what beliefs or associations do you have with this word boundaries? And you feel ready to move on. In what situations is it more difficult to speak about your needs? That might be in certain events, situations, scenarios, or with certain people. And what are the boundaries you sense you might currently need but haven't been able to articulate or share with others yet? Next up, if you could set the boundaries you needed to this week, what difference would that make to you? So if you've identified a boundary that would feel good for you to set this week, what do you need in order to feel safe and secure to share that boundary? And that final invitation there is just to reflect on which prompt might have been most revealing for you today. I think, as Steve says there, boundaries can often feel quite negative or hard or have negative connotations for us. And maybe we haven't grown up understanding how to set boundaries. Maybe that hasn't been welcomed or role modeled for us. So, as you reflect on your writing, how did you find that today? The prompts versus the free writing, the wild writing. Did you have a preference this morning? Have you noticed there's anything you want to kind of continue thinking about, reflect on? Reflect on further. Maybe you take something away into your morning with you today. Thank you, Francis. The point, how would boundary setting make you feel was really insightful. That's brilliant. I'm glad you've got to take that away. Sometimes we just focus on how it feels to set the boundary, don't we? And that might feel difficult or awkward. But actually, what happens if we do set that boundary? Does that bring us freedom? Does that bring us a little bit more peace? So I will share the recording with you absolutely after this session. Isabel, I love this thought boundaries towards yourself. That's what I was focusing on as well. The boundaries that I need to be stronger with for myself. Well, we are speedily running out of time. Thank you all so much for being here with me this morning. It is one of my most favorite times of the month. I love starting in this way, and I really appreciate you taking the time to gift to yourself because I know it's not easy when you have multiple pressures and things that you want to be rushing into. So please do acknowledge yourself for taking the time to be here. We've got a couple of things coming up. I'm doing an extended journaling session, so it's not as speedy as this one. So 90 minutes just to celebrate the summer solstice towards later in June. I popped a link in the chat there if anybody fancies that. having a bit longer to delve into either the free writing, the wild writing. We'll use some more creative tools as well. And of course, there's next month's journaling. We are focusing on the topic of joy, finding joy, experiencing joy, tapping more into fun and contentment again. So that's coming up on the 7th of July. Just a huge thank you to everybody again for being here, sharing the start of your day with me. I wish you all a fantastic rest of your day. Thank you so much. Bye, everyone. Bye.